Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another WMA Advisory Club meeting. I'm very, very excited today because this is my second time presenting to this club. From some people have actually known the first time I presented to this club was back in I think December 3rd when I presented Wiley with Tom Koshiba. But today I will be presenting with Maddie Sheng from ENTRISE, which is an entrepreneurial social media app that I used to work with them in the past, but I am currently in talks of maybe working in marketing at some point. But today will be a very, very exciting meeting. It will not be a boring meeting where we have speakers come in. They'll just be sitting on the chair and basically talking for like 40 minutes. It basically be more engaging meeting, in my opinion. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to have a Kahoot game. If for anyone who's watching this on YouTube, you cannot play because it's already been done already. So sorry about that. But Maddie, you can share your screen, and or if you want to introduce yourself first, you can.
Yeah. Wait. How many people are there right now?
It's just how many people here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 people here.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Hi guys, I'm Maddie. Good to be here. I can't see your faces, so I hope you guys are all doing dandy. So I'll just start with an intro by myself before we go into Kahoot. After Kahoot, we'll do an open floor kind of like Q&A session about anything and everything. And then I'll just talk a bit about ENTRISE. So starting with myself, I'm Maddie, I'm from DC. I'm currently a marketing partner at ENTRISE. I graduated from Babson last year, studying business administration. After that, I went to HubSpot, which is like a tech company. The work got pretty repetitive, so I just left. I left last year in December, and now I am doing marketing at ENTRISE. So we can go into details about that later, but let's start with the Kahoot. So if you guys could just get into teams, since there's like.
Well, wait, before that, I gotta introduce myself. I'm, presenting here as well.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, I guess you're the president, right? So I thought people knew you.
Yeah, but for those people who do not know me, my name is Jack Mitchell. I am a sophomore accounting major here at Fairleigh Dickinson University, Silberman College of Business. You guys have probably seen me in numerous events here at FDU Silberman. For example, I am a member of Beta Alpha Psi, New Sigma Chapter, which is an honors accounting society at FDU. I'm also a e-board member of the Student Man Investment Club. We're actually investing $100,000 of Silberman's money in the stock market. I know $100,000 is a lot of money. I'm also a member of the CFA Club, Finance Club. I'm also a member of Marketing Club. And I'm also a member of FDU Silberman's Dean Student Advisory Board. And oh yeah, one more thing. I'm ranked #1 in the FDU Silberman Special Development Program with 6,590 points as of right now. But enough of me. I'll get to more of me later in the intro. But it's now time to do the Kahoot game, everybody. So everyone download the app or download, I don't know what the heck we got, use computers, phones, and get on Kahoot, and we will get this party started.
Yeah, there's gonna be like a link, and then you enter the game pin. So I'll share the screen for Kahoot right now. And basically we're gonna go in teams. So I see Zoe and Gloria, you guys are online. So maybe just like create a team that's just yourself. And then for the teams with multiple people, basically one person is gonna control the device, but you guys are gonna have plenty of time to like discuss and like submit, like agree upon an answer.
You do it for our team. Because I conserve my battery for
okay. Yeah. You're not on mute yet.
I am on mute. I don't care.
Okay, I'll share my screen. So with the team mode.
Isn't this exciting, guys? It's not a speaker coming and speaking for 40 minutes. It's actually engaging, exciting. So
I mean, I hope so. I really hope so, guys. I'm trying to make it fun. So, you guys can use the app or go to kahoot.it and then enter the game pin. So I'll see you guys when you pop up here. And the music is always a classic.
I'm sorry, I'm currently driving, so I cannot.
Oh my God, no. You will not go on Kahoot right now. You drive.
Don't do that, Zoe. Gloria will do it. Don't worry about it. Seriously, I texted her about this, so it's fine.
You just keep on driving and cruising. I think we'll have, Jack, how many people do you want per team? You're muted if you're talking.
Oh, I forgot to add your name.
You added me. Wow. Wow, man, that's just so.
Tell her to undo it. I'll add your name.
It's unmuted, so.
Yeah, I know. Go off mute. Tell her to undo it.
It's off mute, dude.
Oh,
Guys, please don't mute yourself. I don't want to like just talk to myself.
can we add Jack to Team Jack?
Just freaking.
No, I can't. I can't add it. You like cancel out Team Jack so I could add Jack?
I don't know if
Yeah, not doing it.
Oh wait, 1, 3, 3.
Glory, are you GP? Okay.
Yeah, that's my first and last name initials. That's me.
Oh, should I make it Jack for President Jack? President Jack?
Guys,
Do that, come on, do that.
I can't. Hold on, President.
President.
Did I spell it wrong? Yes, I did.
God. Dude, this is going on YouTube, man. Why? YouTube, dude. Jeez, man. Oh. I apologize for any of our.
It's a quick spell.
I apologize to any of our users who are watching this. Spelling action. I don't think it was.
Jack, sit next to me so we can get the right answers.
How many more teams are we waiting for?
Actually we actually just do Zoom versus the group here. So we basically have all these kids are gonna be on my team and we have everyone on Zoom. We just do 2 teams now.
Okay, so should I just start?
Yeah, start.
All right, go ahead. Starting. Ignore the at home part. All right, let's go, guys. I'm pretty hype. Approximately how many entrepreneurs are there in the world?
I should freaking know this because I freaking heard.
Well, the answers aren't.
Damn.
I heard.
300.
No, it's gotta be 500. I remember it's 500. I remember when I talked about this. It's like 500.
500.
I remember. I think.
Hey, let's go. Yes.
Poor Gloria is like by herself. Sorry.
No, she's with Zoe, but she's there in spirit. So.
So it's in spirit. What % of entrepreneurs are turning a profit in the US? Who's making this money?
I got 60. It can't be.
I know.
It's 60.
I think it's 60. I think.
You think?
No, I think.
Should I put it? Put it.
Oh. Let's go, man.
All right.
Jeez.
What % of millionaires are self-made in the US?
This is so sick. 30.
You think that? No, it's been yellow. It's been yellow 2 times.
No, it's 30.
30.
Oh, she's.
Right, guys. Okay, so when I saw the research, it's about like 75 to 90. But you guys both guessed 30. So,
Yeah, we were all.
and what I mean by self-made is like, we're not talking about like people coming from money and then they have their own business. We're talking about like people actually starting from scratch. So it's a really impressive number. All right, next.
You get the next one.
Who said it? Don't confuse schooling with education. I didn't go to Harvard, but the people that work for me did.
No. I know what What are you saying? What do you think
Steve
it is?
Jobs, because freaking he went to Harvard.
Who did I think go to Harvard?
Well, okay,
Mark Cuban or
He
Elon?
worked at-
It's Mark Cuban or Elon Musk. I know
It
that's
can't
for a
be
fact.
Elon Musk, because he can't be Oprah Winfrey, obviously. Can't be.
Oh, wait, no, Mark, it's Elon Musk.
Oh, wow. I had no idea. I honestly.
Because the people who work for Mark Cuban.
Oh, I freaking seen that in a freaking Instagram video.
So it's Elon Musk. And that's something to keep in mind throughout your like education. I know a lot of you guys are into finance, and a lot of finance schools look at like target schools, but really like target schools do not justify your worth. It's just like something superficial and like prestige that they have. And Elon Musk said it best. The people who went to Harvard work for him. So, oh, sorry, I should have shown this before, but quiz, 20% of small businesses fail within.
I can actually speak on this behalf because I am representing a company that is a startup,
Is it
so
1 or 5?
probably gonna be,
Is it 1 or 5?
it can't, it's gotta be one. Because I remember I worked with Buddy, it was one. It can't be 5, it's gotta be. Yay, let's go. Yes.
Yep, it's
10 third.
So a fifth of small businesses fail within 6 months. And there's a lot of different reasons for that. And we'll talk about that next.
Can I spell it?
So the top reason why they fail is
Try. No, diamond. No, diamond. Oh, jeez.
yeah. So I think it's really easy to go by a lack of money, but even if you have a lot of money, if there's no market need, meaning nobody wants your service, then eventually it's going to fail, right? So next.
Oh,
True.
are you sure?
True.
That's not loading.
Yeah. Yes.
Great.
So comparatively on the world scale, the US is a good place to start a business just because
I drank.
have kind of like the basic needs for their life, whereas like some other parts of the world might still be struggling with like proper shelter, water, safe drinking water, etc. So once like people meet the Maslow hierarchy of needs, which you guys have probably like talked about, learned about in class, people can pursue their own businesses and stuff like that. And the US also has a ton of funding for small businesses, whether that be venture capital or just like from the government, there's small business loans. So.
Oh, that's good.
Out of the following, which is the best up end?
Actually, not. It's wrong.
Really? That'd be awesome.
I think it's wrong. I mean, I'll put it on.
I know. I was saying that because.
Oh.
Yes, that one. Let's go.
I knew it was one of them too.
Yeah, it's Austin. A lot of people are moving from San Francisco to the Austin area just because the cost of living is significantly cheaper in Texas. And so that, you know, when you're doing a business, when you're starting a business, you want to really save on costs and expenses. So Austin's a great place for that. And we have a lot of tech companies going there too.
Austin. I'm like, I watched this show. I'm like,
What's the main reason why people become entrepreneurs?
No. That's a trick question. No. Square. No, wait, oh.
I didn't put it in.
Geez, I don't know if it.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know. I personally. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I forget the exact number, but in a survey, top reason, like of course everybody wants to pursue their passion, make money, make an impact, but number one is the freedom that comes with autonomy that comes with being your own boss.
President.
Has 3 correct answers in a row. Good job.
Hey, here we go.
Good job, Jack.
Double points,
Double.
y'all. Everyone should try to have their own business.
False. Oh, man, false.
Yeah, false.
Let's go.
Because not everybody wants to have their own business. That's number one. Number two is some people just prefer to like have a job and that's safety, because when you do have a business, the beginning years are very rough. Just like you guys saw, 20% fail within 6 months, and not everybody really wants that and cares to have that, despite maybe like high rewards down the road. Okay. True or false?
Entrepreneurs can be of any age. I've watched Shark Tank.
At any age, like excluding like baby age.
I've watched Shark Tank. I know
My
that's true.
father watches it.
Yeah, you guys have probably seen a lot of kids on Shark Tank, you know.
How do we work?
You got one. Can't say.
What does unicorn mean?
Oh, wait.
What?
In a startup. What does unicorn mean? Oh,
Do I get points for money?
double points. Which company became a unicorn in 2022?
It's shake.
It's not. Oh,
It's shake. Oh, jeez. Yeah, because ENTRISE used that for a while.
which one do you think it is?
Honestly, I think, geez, what I think it would be. I wouldn't be for
Discord?
No. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh, really?
what's a link?
Wow.
Yeah, so Linktree, you guys know Linktree, right? Like people put it in their bio. So Handshake is actually a unicorn though, but before 2022 it was already one. So
And which everyone should go on our link tree, which is in our Instagram bio. If you want to go subscribe to all of our social media platforms, and all our Zoom links are our next upcoming.
oh, you guys use Linktree? Okay, that makes sense, right?
I think.
All right, what does runway mean?
Oh, I don't know this.
Oh, jeez. Oh. The terminology. Jeez.
Should I guess?
I would say yes.
Ready?
Let's go. Oh!
That was lit.
So you'd be like, I have this much runway until you run out of money.
Lit. Wrong.
Oh, geez. It's either
Oh.
it's either diamond or triangle. It can't be circle. Can't be.
Yes, sir. Are you on circle?
Actually, no. Diamond.
There we go. It's a rite of passage for many founders. True or false? Ramen used to be considered a luxury food.
Probably. Oh.
If it was back in like, yeah.
Really? Jack.
Yeah, so it used to be considered like it used to be really expensive actually, and it was like considered high class to eat ramen, but now it's just like associated with like brokenness, unfortunately. Still good though, like
We have a 6,000.
We 10,000. Oh, there's only 17 questions left.
stealth mode.
Three
Stealth.
left. Oh, the office. True.
I don't know this one. 360 no scope. 360 no
No,
scope.
I'll say three. Stealth.
560 no scope time.
Yeah, let's go square. Oh.
That was lit.
So basically it's just when startups, they kind of they want to make sure like their moves are very hidden, like everything they're working on doesn't go out to the public so that like somebody else steals it and get the word out. So they want to be in stealth mode. All right, 2 more questions.
OPM.
You sure? I want a 360 no scope.
No, it's a square.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
honestly think so.
So OPM means other people's money. So you'd be like, oh, I'm using OPM to fund my business. And other people's money usually means like money from friends and family, instead of like actual investors.
No scope.
Okay. But if I know the answer.
No,
If I know the answer, we're gonna.
no, we are.
What might entrepreneurs need help with in terms of
Only above.
Only above. Only above.
Oh, wait, no. Is it?
Every time it's all.
Yeah, facts.
Every time. It's every time.
I said all the above before I saw the answers.
you guys are Wealth Management Club, so you guys know that it's really everything that goes in. So there's a natural tie between the two.
All 8 of them. All 8 of them now.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's go.
This should be easy. We talked about this in one of our topic meetings.
Oh.
You should know this, guys. In fact, I did the presentation on that one, so there we go.
We're gonna put two.
So there's actually one other ones that's like specifically founder websites, not founder websites, startup websites, and angel list. So that is it, y'all. I mean, teams, so.
No one, there, no one.
Hesitant Jack.
Jeez.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Congrats, President Jack, and also GP.
All members here in person.
Yeah. All right, cool. I think I'm gonna exit out of this one. I think right now we'll open up the floor to like
Alright, do we want to do,
Q&A.
do
So,
you want to do on-trace or do we want to do open forum?
or do what?
You want to present on-trace first, you want to do open forum? I'm leaving it up to you, whatever you want to do.
We can do open floor at the end. I'll just go through on tries. Just so we can like collect any thoughts at the end.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I hope you guys like that game.
Oh, I loved it.
And let me do on tries. Oops, I gotta go all the way back. So thanks y'all for being here. I'll just talk a little bit about on tries. This isn't like a pitch. So it's not like what you'll be seeing at the pitch competition on your campus if you're going. This is more just kind of like a walkthrough a little bit about like who we are, what we do, like current things that we're working on. So on tries, we are the home of local entrepreneurs, and the way the story came to be is if you're thinking about like all the social media that you know of, you use, there's no platform really for entrepreneurs. The closest is probably LinkedIn, but still there's a lot of professionals on there. And entrepreneurs are really seeking two things. One is social connection, meeting new people, expanding their network. And then second thing is actually like a safe way to do business. So that's what we're providing with OnTries. And you guys saw for the stats from the Kahoot, and also all these like listed on the slide here. This is like really promising and interesting time for entrepreneurship as it's like increasing. There's a lot of small businesses popping up in the US. So we just want to really like take this time and join in on the wave and help entrepreneurs in that way. So our app or our platform is split into two modules. First is the social media part. So this is like where you like make posts, you get connections, you look for people, and then you'll see a little bit more when I talk about it later. And then the second part is the project module, which is like the marketplace. This is where people can actually like post business projects and transact in the app. So everything, this is like supposed to be all in one platform for entrepreneurs. So we'll look at what the app looks like. So first we have like a business card, which is essentially a profile. What's cool about this is like you can fill in your business goals, which other apps don't have. And business goals can be like make investments, buy company equity. And when you fill in those goals, the system is going to recommend you entrepreneurs that match your goal. So if your goal is to make investments, it's going to pull somebody else who filled in like I'm looking for investments, and then you'll like see them on the recommended page. So if anybody's ever been on Tinder, like this is like a Tinder for entrepreneurs. So there's like a left, right swipe. You can see if you want to connect with them, etc. There's also clubs, like with any social media. We're also like in the middle of a revamp for the app. So like it's not going to look exactly like this in terms of like the order of pages, but this is what it looks like right now. And of course, you can share ideas and opportunities in business clubs or on the home feed about like any business projects or like news trends that you're seeing, just to like kind of be a hub of knowledge and information that might help other business owners. And of course, you can message. So in message, there's like, you know, you can do text, audio, you can do audio call, like voice call, you know, all that kind of stuff that goes for like communications. So this is a project module, which is still under development, but we're like getting so close to finishing it. So I'm really excited about that. On the mobile version, there's like, it's like the basics of it. So you can see like projects on the marketplace, you can post projects, but for like the actual money, like transaction stuff that comes in the web. Just so if you guys don't know, like Apple takes 30% of any transactions made in the app. So if you spend money and on an app, like Apple takes 30% of that for themselves, for their own revenue. So we're like, okay, no way, like we're just gonna make the transactions on web. So here's a look at the web. It's under development right now. So you have like explore projects. You can see all the projects on the marketplace right now. And this is the behind the scenes right now, by the way. It's like not even public yet. So you guys are getting like exclusive view, right? And all these projects are like examples, by the way. And then when you look at projects, you might want to create your own. So you see that giant create project button, and then there's the buy and sell. So you can choose if you want to buy products, services, projects, IP, you know, anything that really relates to entrepreneurship. So like, let's say with wealth management, like you are like selling your wealth management services, then you can create a project and sell. And there might be entrepreneurs who are also looking to buy wealth management services. So it's just like really matches from that standpoint. So this is a look at the inside of a project. So once you like go in and you like decide who you want to work with for the project, this is kind of like the progress bar going throughout. And this is just so both parties are like in a secure environment to conduct the project. So first one party pays, but they don't like that money is held in escrow in ENTRISE. And so like so nobody gets scammed, right? It's like I pay you, but then like my services aren't rendered. So it's like, what? So ENTRISE holds a payment securely in the platform. And once the project is delivered, then the payment's released. So it's like safe for everybody and it's convenient. This is also really cool. This is like the referral part. So you can invite people. And what's cool about invitations is if you refer somebody, so like looking at me here, I referred this like test user Aria Love. So they did 2 projects, right? Next slide. So you can see in my wallet, they did 2 projects and I got commission from the 2 projects. Again, these are examples, but I did nothing. I only invited her, but I still got like $500 from a project she did. So it can really be like a way to have some like extra pocket money like on your account. Like even though you didn't do anything, you get a cut of their project. So that was kind of like the web or like the platform walkthrough. So something else we're doing is a city partners program, which is really exciting. So city partners are people in these different cities around the world who like are involved with their local entrepreneurial community. They're business owners themselves. So they're kind of our point of contacts for any businesses who want to expand globally. And we're really about global business and an international mindset. So this is like really crucial to our programs. If you guys know any like international business people in some place in the world, let me know. So maybe we can add them to City Partner. Last thing here is we're also working on a global entrepreneur innovation fund. This is so exciting because so we're partnering with TSVC, which is a venture capital in Silicon Valley. They're actually the early backers of Zoom, which is literally what I'm using to like talk to you guys right now. And we're gonna have this fund, have like 100 million in there to invest in seed to Series C businesses like across these different disciplines, just to kind of encourage more innovation, support entrepreneurs in like early stage businesses. So I will open the floor now for any like questions, feedback you see along the way. You can connect with me on ENTRISE or LinkedIn, of course, because everyone has that too. So yeah, I'll stop sharing and we'll open the floor.
Anybody have any questions for Maddie, not only for myself, about anything, about career advice, anything?
Yeah, this is like really, guys, I'm like literally chilling on the floor right now. This is super casual. Jack will be, Jack can obviously talk more specific questions about like wealth management career paths. And then for myself, I can talk about like my own experience in college, like college tips, advice, recruiting, because I did all of that. And of course, like startups and entrepreneurship.
Anyone have any questions? Who wants to start first?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Hello, thank you for coming. That was great. My question is, are there any projects you guys are currently working on? Like any changes you're making? Like, and on what are you working on right now? Like anything new you're working on?
Yeah, so I did mention, I can share my screen again. So we, the like project marketplace is kind of like a big focus we're doing. So right now, like most recently I did this like app revision for kind of like how the app is going to be sorted out, just because it was a little bit like unorganized in my opinion, but we're always looking to like improve the look and feel of the app, the UI UX. So this is like something I'm looking at, like reordering the pages, like making sure just it's more user friendly. But as far as like other new things working on, there's like 50 things going on at once. But for me personally, just like kind of devising a strategy. Right now we haven't like actively marketed the app. So kind of like devising where we want to hit, probably LinkedIn the most, just because you see more business professionals there, but also looking at like events to host and how we like gather entrepreneurs to come there and then like hopefully get some conversions. Yeah, a ton there.
That is great, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Anybody, any questions? Who has the next question? You?
Thank you for presenting, first of all. Second of all, what brought you into ENTRISE and how did you decide that that's where you wanted to be?
Yeah, so first I want to say I like don't like stick. I have like, first I want to say like I am a person of many different interests. So this is like not my forever, but this is actually my mom's company. And when I was like kind of bored at my tech company, tech job, I was like, there's like so much opportunity in a startup to explore. You really get your hands on everything. You're like, they say like you're a person wearing multiple hats, and that's very, very much true. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna dive into this and see what comes of it. And this is like an exciting time for ENTRISE as well. So hopefully we can like really scale it, grow it, get investments, all that.
Anybody else have any other questions? What? He has a question. Corey, you have any questions for Megan? I know you asked Maddie one. I don't know if you have any questions for Megan.
Sorry, there's somebody wanted to. I'm sorry.
Did I put you on the spot right there? And if I did, I apologize. But
Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry. I was just going to ask a question actually.
all right.
So which advice and tips would you give to students that like at some point like everybody like it can experience like a failure or like rejections like when you apply to jobs or something? So how would you say you deal with failure yourself?
I could definitely take that on. And this is actually a great story I can actually talk about. So I remember it was like my fall semester, my sophomore year. I applied to numerous accounting firms over in New Jersey. We had, I think a couple of months ago, we had WIS come in here, they even presented. So I applied there, applied to Deloitte, applied over PwC, EY, and I got an interview for WIS, and I have some mutual relationships with them. And I was brought in for this group interview. And, they're a mid-sized public accounting firm. So I was running this group interview, and, I was going up against like two seniors, one graduate student, and one junior. So for me, being the only sophomore in that room, and at all of them, I was patting myself on the back. I'm like, wow, like you made it here. Like this is like bigger for me. And even if I did or didn't get the job, I was saying to myself, you know what, you made it this far. Just be happy with what you got and just keep moving forward. And that's why I would say just keep applying to multiple job positions to just find the one that's, you know, right for you. Then that would be my opinion on that.
Yeah, I think that's great, Jack. And I have a lot of friends who are also working in like in finance on Wall Street, so I can like share experiences of like what I know there from like they say. But in terms of like college tips, like tips for students, I mean, y'all, like there's like literally so much I can say about this. So like what Jack said, I think it's such a numbers game at the end of the day. Like I had a massive spreadsheet of all the places I applied to, but I think it's also like to be strategic, because for myself, I found like I applied to places that I didn't necessarily even like care about. It was just to see like if I would like get a yes or something, like going to the interviews. But for that, I think like for jobs, like one, it's actually good if you get a rejection, because a lot of places won't even get back to you. Like they'll just ghost you and you'll be like, where am I even with you, like in terms of this process? But once you get a no, it's like almost like you can close that chapter and move on. And of course it's hard to be like, oh, like why don't they want me? But there's so many reasons for that. And you can like assess yourself on like how you did with like the interview process, or like does your resume needs like a little bit more like touch-ups. But as long as you did your best and then they rejected you, like that's not your problem, you know, like maybe the recruiter just like didn't see the potential, or they personally like weren't having a bad day, so they were like, no, like on to the next. And like from what I remember, like yeah, I did get a lot of rejections, but like if you guys know that Lady Gaga quote, it's like there can be 100 people in the room who don't believe in you and you just need one person to say yes. Like that rings so true. But when you're applying, yeah, it's a numbers game. Just like cast a net wide as much as possible. Of course, keeping your own like interest in mind. Like don't waste time applying to things you wouldn't even care about. And then go from there.
All right, who has the next question?
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing that, guys.
Yeah, of course.
Next question.
Yes, I actually have a question. Do you know anything about like campus ambassador programs or anything like that? Just like put your name out there.
I think Jack can definitely speak more on
Definitely.
I mean, he's like
It was gonna be brought up about
like 10 things. But as far as ENTRISE right now, we're not doing campus ambassadors just because we're more focusing on like international business owners. So right now we're like we're not sure if like college students particularly align, but Jack can speak about all of his campus ambassador experiences.
I literally knew in my head, like someone's gonna have to ask this question. All right, I'm gonna have to answer it. So, all right, so my experience with campus ambassador program. So my very first one that I started out with, I think most people have actually seen this, but we had a meeting about them in December, was Wiley Johnson. So I applied through there. I think it was like back in like September 30th, or I think it was 28th last year. And, you know, I was using their products for my accounting class. And, you know, I was expecting, I was in my head, I'm like, you know what, maybe there's an interview process, maybe, you know, they have a screen, but they gave me the job right away. And I'm like, wow, that's really great. And then from there, which, you know, I've done numerous others, you know, CA programs there, but Wiley, I had a lot of success out of them because I helped them out like incredibly with all their sales team. I actually able to meet all their sales rep in all their regions. And I was actually able to secure with them a international partnership, one of our international meeting chapters up in Australia, which is actually very exciting. And then I'm actually thankful that back 2 months ago, actually a month ago, I was able to present to Delta Sigma Pi, which we're currently trying to get that up and running here at FDU for next semester. So, you know, just a shout out to that. I was able to present to the Pace University's DSP chapter, and you know, it was a great crowd, and I was very, very excited. You know, it was actually like my second in-person presentation, so I was very, very like, I know how to do this. Because majority of the time, I've done presentations like on like video call, like via Zoom, but they paid me out very, very nicely. I'm not going to say numbers, because I think it's just important to do that, but you know, let's say it was more than the average CA they paid there. So after that, I then I was CA for IMA, which is to management accountants, which for some our wealth management club members, we had that topic meeting about, so first topic meeting. And then I hopped around here and there. I was CA for Gather Live. I was CA. Oh my gosh, I have to go to the top of my head. the ones I've done. I think it was Meta IQ, I think it was like Bundle IQ, and I did another one. Actually, currently I'm actually a rep for Center and also ENTRISE as well. I actually was actually the director of the CA program for about 4 months. And then, oh yeah, I forgot the one thing I actually went right now. And then my second biggest success with CA program was back in November of 2021. So I stumbled upon LinkedIn and I saw this ad for campus ambassador with Buddy. Now, originally when I saw this, I was like, well, is this a scam? Is it for real? Because, you know, sometimes like startup companies, like I know Entrance, when I first heard about it, I honestly, like everyone thinks they're having, you know, it might be a scam, it might be a real thing, but when you hear about it, when you hear what they've been doing, it's the real deal. So, you know, I talked to their owner, which I'm gonna shout out him right now, Vincent Manna, my awesome owner we had there. And, you know, at first when I heard about it, I was like, okay, you know, it's just a simple CA program. But then once he really like talked about what it was, which is a mental health app for college students, I instantly fell in love with that because I have a passion at my personal life and my social life. And then legit fun fact, I was actually Buddy's first ever CA they ever had. So I told our owner everything, and all the CA programs I've done in the past, and he told me, Jack, I've only run the CA program right from there. So once I became director of the program in December, we have over 35 CAs, 3 of them are international students, 1 of them is from India, 1 from Japan, 1 from Vietnam, and 1 who's actually promoting it over in Abu Dhabi, even though we're not released internationally yet, which on both of them one day it will be. And we've attended numerous career fairs. Even I was actually trying to attend one here at FDUPitch Silberman, but apparently they wouldn't allow us to do it, which I don't know why. But you know, we attend a lot of career fairs. We get a lot of posts on social media, and I'm very excited with my team. I cannot wait for the next couple years with that group, and then also with actually a good analysis. And I was actually an ambassador for Collegiate World, Career Village. So yeah, that's basically all my CA experience. If you really could call me a CA guru or CA master, and not only that, I actually pitched to a company who actually was about to get their company started up with their CA program, who actually invested $800,000 in, which was, I think the campus called Fuse Me. I gave like my 15-point presentation about it, and even though they didn't bring me on to be the director of their program, they're still to apply their ideas onto the program. So I'm very happy I'm able to apply my knowledge of the CA program to other people. And hopefully one day I'm trying to bring it back, which, you know, give or take whatever happens here and there. But yeah, that is my CA experience as all. Anybody, any other questions for me?
Actually, I want to add on to that. I would say like if you're doing, I would say definitely encourage like CA experience overall, because it's like a good way to like tap into a company while also developing like some other skills. And I would also say like be like strategic about your CAs too. Like if you want to do a campus ambassador program, like because you guys are in wealth management, so think about like what from this program you want to bring into like the interviews when you have those. So it's like, you know, if you're saying, oh, I'm the ambassador for like this, like whatever company, the financial like company you're looking at, they might be like, okay, yeah, like that's interesting, but like they're not really sure what to really think of that. So like bring like actual experiences or like highlights from your time at the CAs and really like make sure to sell that in the interviews. Of course, you can do CAs just because like you purely love it and you just like want to be CA, but if you want to leverage it for your own career, you can definitely do that as well.
Any other questions? Anyone on Zoom?
I have a question. How do you manage your time? Like as an entrepreneur, how do you hold yourself accountable for deadlines and stuff like that?
Oh my gosh, that is such a great question. And it's something I'm still like trying to learn, because when I was in corporate, like when I was in like working at like this big company, right, like literally last year, the deadlines were pretty clear. Like you need to get this done by when, and like I had a weekly check-in with my manager, but now day to day it's like really loose, and I like it's just like every day is different. You don't know what's on your plate. So number one to time management, I think it's like prioritizing. Like you could have like 100 things on your checklist, but you really need to like out of like just like if you do like 5 things for today, what is it going to be? And then from that 5, it really depends on like how you like to work. I like to do the thing that like takes the most brain energy first, because I'm like, let me just get over this. And then if I get over that, I feel like a little dopamine rush and I feel like more accomplished and I just keep the momentum going. I can't say that's every day though, because someday I just like literally want to be a potato and just lie in bed. But I kind of just do it from then. And I want, for my checklist, I also make sure to like think about how much time is each thing going to take, because I find that helps it really put things into more perspective and it makes it more like approachable, and then break those big projects into even smaller tasks and really like snowball from there on. But yeah, honestly, since I left my job, it's like a lot more freeing because I don't have like 8 hours of the day where I'm like answering to my manager. And now I'm just like, okay, I'll do this when I kind of want it. And that's kind of the freedom thing that was talked about in the Kahoot.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Any other questions?
I have a question.
Mhm.
How do you keep yourself motivated?
Myself motivated? Okay.
How do you?
How do I keep myself
I've
motivated?
been wondering.
Well, I use the Buddy app, I use that, just throw that plug out there, but yeah, on a serious note, I obviously would go, I have like a routine in the morning, so I usually go to the gym every morning, I go way early in the morning, like probably like 5:15 AM, you know, get up early, go do your workout, eat a good breakfast, come to school, you know, just focus on like, if you have like a set routine, like it'll motivate you to do better. Like if you're involved in a lot of stuff, like it will keep you out of like doing those bad things in life. And believe me, I have personal experience with that. And you know, I reflected those times and I'm like, you know what, I could have done this better. But my advice would be, you know, just keep yourself engaged, involved in everything, and you know, you'll be successful, in my opinion. But
Actually, Jack, I would love to hear what's your morning routine.
what day though? Because I have numerous routines for multiple days.
Your favorite day.
Oh. All right. Geez. Well, usually I'll go over like every day, but usually I go to the gym early in the morning. You know, take my shower, put my clothes on, you know, go to my breakfast, drive to school, and then usually I would have class, and then in between that, either between or after, I have club meetings, or like Tuesdays I have marketing updates meet. Bi-monthly I have a marketing club, and then Wednesday I usually go to WMA for tax verification, and then usually I think next semester I'm not gonna be interning with anybody, which will give me enough time to focus on Buddy. And then I would have debate outside, usually 4:30 to 5:30, and then I would do anything for Buddy after, and then Thursday I would have this club right here, running. And then I would have my class at 8:30, and then usually at Friday, it's just one class and that's it. But usually it's a very, very easy morning routine for me, in my opinion. But anybody, any questions?
I'll answer the motivated question. I think it's really tough, actually, especially the past seasons, because you guys probably relate because you guys are like up east. But like this weather though, like it's just giving me seasonal depression. So it's been really hard. But I don't see Gloria anymore. But basically, like if you guys know, there's a TED talk called that Simon Sinek did, that's called like Start With Why or something like that, and like basically just get to the why of like why you want to do anything. You're like, oh, why? Like let's say you want to be rich. Okay, why do you want to be rich? I want to be rich so I can like buy like nice things, have nice experiences. Okay, that's your actual why. Your actual why isn't to be rich. So like that's a very easy example there. So yeah, just like find like kind of what drives you throughout, and everyone's going to be different. But do some like soul searching there.
Anybody, any questions on Zoom? You know, I actually had a question asked me earlier, because I think someone was supposed to come to this meeting, but he didn't show up. You know, what is next for the Wealth Management Advisory Club? That's actually a great question. So I can actually say this, that at our next meeting, actually, we'll say it won't be a meeting, but it will be on a Wednesday. We're actually, if everyone has already known this already, if our mobile Zoom recordings have done, Wealth Management Advisory Club will be co-hosting the FDUPitch competition this year with the FDU Rothman Institute. That'll be April 6th, Lemford Hall, in the mansion, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I encourage everyone on the Florham Campus, all our Metro members to come, you know, have a great night. The winner actually is going to get $2,000 and actually compete in the UPitch competition, which is very, very exciting. And I am in talks of possibly getting a short tank event, every semester for, I think, the fall semester, so I'm in talks of that. And then we have a big guest coming April 7th, which I've been very, very excited to announce this one. And, it's a big one. It's actually HSBC with Bart Frank. So I know he tried to show up for some meetings with some other clubs and he didn't really show up, but I have a good relationship with my advisor, and he actually has a good relationship with Bart Frank, so that should show up, which is fantastic. And then we have co-hosting another event April 12th with the Student Med Basketball Club, actually an equal number of that, with Goldman Sachs, and then basically the 14th will either be keeping your junior life. But that basically answers that kid's question. But does anybody have any last minute questions for me or Maddie?
I would just want to say thank you so much, guys. Sorry, my computer, something's wrong with it, so it kind of restarted itself. So I need to join again. I'm so sorry, but I appreciated the answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joe, you want a question?
I know, on the board, it says, SMIF, can you elaborate on that?
Oh, yes. Yeah, for those people who do not know what those four letters are, SMIF, that means Student Management Investment Fund Clubs. For anyone on Florham, especially Metro, want to get a lot of people on the Metro campus get involved. Every Tuesday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., where you meet in the Bloomberg Lab, I think on Metro, I think it's up on Hennessy Hall 4-2. That actually was there Tuesday for an HR event. And I think on Florham Campus, it's in Meyer Center, where the Bloomberg Lab is. And basically, we will pitch stocks and we will invest $100,000 in Silberman's money. It's the stock market, which I'm very, very proud of. And I can promise you, next week, we're gonna have at least 6 presentations. So if you want to watch those presentations, you want to see how we operate as a club, come out and enjoy an hour of your time every Tuesday, 4 to 5 p.m. If you would want to show up earlier to see Jon Budish, who's actually a former alumni of Fairleigh Dickinson University, and also Rich Brenner, who actually will be a part of the FDU's advisory board for when we do our pitches. That's at 3-4 p.m. Eastern, and that will also be on Zoom for anyone who cannot make it on Zoom. I know some people in Vancouver are actually doing it. But yeah, I thank you for actually asking the question for elaborating. Anybody else? Last minute questions, like anything you guys want to ask me? Because legit, this is probably like the last time I'll be able to present this semester until maybe next semester when I present with Wiley, but you guys can ask me anything.
If anyone's going to the pitch competition at FDU, look at the pitch and see if they have market need. And then you guys decide if that's a viable business. Don't look at funding or anything like that.
That's right. That's right. Hope everyone can go to that, which will be next Wednesday, 6 p.m., which I will definitely be there to represent Wealth Management Advisory Club. But yeah, this is such a great honor. I was actually able to have you, Maddie, on here, and hopefully one day on Choice will see a program once again. I'm so happy to bring on some career opportunities for you guys. Unfortunately, for the state we're in right now, it's kind of under development, but you never know. Anything can happen. So thank you so much,
for having me. Thank you for having me. Hope you guys are having a good week.
Thank you so much for coming.